Hi, have a good day. My name is Dixie Galvez. Today is April 26, 2021. Um, we're talking about the policy at school. Every year, when you enroll to school and start at school, they're gonna give you the student and family handbook. So you have to read everything, all the policies and procedures and expectations for the school. So student and family handbook is the purpose of the student and family handbook is to communicate the expectations, policies, procedures, and practices for the school year for all of our students and their families. The purpose of the student and family handbook is to communicate the expectations, policies, procedures, and practices for the 2020 and 2021-2022 school year as they pertain to all students, parents, and guardians. As a district, we are committed to creating and providing a school climate in which students and staff feel safe in an atmosphere of mutual caring, respect, and responsibility. The faculty and administration at each of our schools strives to provide the best educational opportunities that will contribute to every student's social, emotional growth and academic achievement. The, the rated district of Palm Beach County ranks among the best in the nation, and the state our graduation rate for classes of 2021 and to 22 is 91%, which exceeds the state's graduation rate. Our teachers, schools, employees, and volunteers have been recognized at the state and national level for their excellence. Our students consistently win awards and scholarships and they move on to the prestigious colleges, technical institutes, the military, and fulfilling careers. During the 2021-2022 year, we faced a global pandemic that tested our resources and determination as part of our response to the situation. We distributed more than 65,000 laptops to ensure that students had the resources they needed to learn outside of the usual classroom setting. We also distributed millions of free meals to students in the community, given the reality that for many of our children, their school is the place they turn to for sustenance. These are just some examples of how the school district of Palm Beach County continue our mission of providing a world-class education. For this school year, we remain committed to ensuring equity access for all of our students. I encourage you to make the most of this year and set yourself on a path to realize your dreams by putting in the necessary hard work today. Those efforts will serve as the foundation for success for your future. The policy of the student protocols due to COVID-19, the purpose is the facilitate the continuous operations of the district and protect the health, the safety, and welfare of students by adhering to COVID-19 district safety protocols in compliance with CDC state and local guidelines. The parent guardian notification. The district recognizes that parents and guardians are essential allies in its effort to limit the spread of COVID-19 on school property, including school and buses. The district will disseminate information about this policy, including student and family responsibilities, to students and families via email, social media, and on its website. Upon returning to school buildings, school staff will implement a variety of strategies to inform students about their duty to comply with the district safety protocols. This may include additional marking on hallway floors, posters, other signage, designation of hand sanitizing, and stations. All students must not come to school if ill, including but not limited to symptoms of fever, cough, sore throat, diarrhea, headache, body ache, shortness of breath, fatigue, loss of appetite and sense of smell, and other flu-like symptoms, or if someone in their household has tested positive for COVID-19. Self-screen at home prior to reporting to school. Parents and guardians are recommended to take their child's temperature prior to reporting to school, and the students shall not report to school if they have a temperature of 100.4 or higher temperature degrees of their sickness. Students shall not report to school while using fever-reducing medications. Comply with all the directives relative to health and safety, including but not limited to usage and passage through common area and shared spaces. Abide by social distancing guidelines, keeping a minimum of 6 feet apart where possible. Follow revised school procedures to include but not limited to staggered arrivals and dismissal times, after school care or before school care, limited the classroom changes, limited movement throughout the campus, enhanced sanitation, wearing of facial covering mask or you have to cover your face, changes to school cafeteria procedures, increased hand washing, riding the school bus, any school activity outside the regular school day, and other changes needed to comply with CDC guidelines and other changes that may be needed for health and safety. Avoid congregating when moving through the campus. Not share any school supplies such as pens, pencils, devices, textbooks. Wear face covering at all times. The district will provide up to 5 washable facial coverings per student. Facial covering should cover your nose and your mouth and comply with the CDC recommendations. All face coverings, whether disposable or reusable, must be made with at least 2, but preferably 3 layers of breathable material. Fit snugly but comfortably against the sides of the face and are secured with ties or earlobes. Allowing the students to remain hands-free at this time based on guidance from the health authorities. Neck gaiters, open chain, triangle bandanas, and mesh material, valves or holes or any kind are not acceptable on face coverings. Please note facial coverings are in addition to and not a substitute for the required social distancing exemptions or accommodations, including a plastic shield. The facial coverings must be verified by treating licensed medical physicians as required by the ADE or ADA or Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, agreed to by the compliant of 504 team. Nothing within the policy is intended to supersede School Board Policy 5.182 and any individual school dress code. Facial covering will not need to be worn after seated when eating or drinking as outlined in district protocols that will be posted to the district website and approved by the school principal or designee. Students must continue to maintain social distancing. be placed in distance learning if testing positive for COVID-19. Students exposed to COVID-19 shall be assigned to distance learning. They must result from a report from a parent or guardian, the local Florida Department of Health, or the school district reporting of a positive COVID-19 case on campus. Responsibilities of students and families. Student's parent guardian must self-report a COVID-19 test for any member of the household to a school administrator no later than the following school day. The school administrator will alert their supervisor and district administration to make a determination on any necessary cleaning of affected areas as well as potential classroom or school closure that may be necessary. A student who tests positive must remain home and be enrolled in distance learning. A copy of the test results shall be provided to the school nurse. A student may return back to school. A copy of the test results shall be provided to the school nurse. A student may return back to school once he or she is symptom-free, including no fever of 100.4 and above in the previous 24 hours while not using fever-reducing medications. Any student who tests positive for COVID-19 must immediately provide administration with at least of everyone with whom they have been in close contact outside of regular classroom contact, including while riding the school bus and extracurricular activities, within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes. Staff will assist younger students with their contact list. Students' names shall not be revealed when notifying other students' parents or guardians and members of the school staff of a positive test. If a student exhibits symptoms of COVID-19 as set forth in the CDC guidelines, CDC COVID-19 symptoms, during the school day, he or she will be sent to the school clinic. The school nurse will assess the wellness of the student and to make the recommendation if the student should be sent home and be tested for COVID-19. The parent or guardian will monitor the student until symptoms are no longer present for at least 10 days. For the onset of symptoms or the student has been tested to COVID-19 and test result come back negative. A student will report to an isolation area to reduce the potential exposure of others while waiting for a parent or guardian to pick up the student. Any other students attending face-to-face instructions in any district operated school that resides in the same home as the student exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms will be sent home with a parent guardian and assigned to distance learning. If the student does not test of COVID-19 and has no known contact with someone with COVID-19 and it is less than 10 days from the onset of symptoms, the student cannot return to school until a note is provided with an alternative diagnosis from a medical provider. If the student has a negative COVID-19 test and was in close contact with someone who has COVID-19 in the past 14 days, they will follow the recommendations based on exposure from the Department of Health. Responsibilities of the principals. If a student tests positive for COVID-19, immediately notify school supervisors, communications, rest management, maintenance, and plant operations, school support services, and the Environment and Conservation Services Department to request enhanced sanitation for the affected areas. District staff working with the local Department of Health will provide the necessary information to conduct contact tracing. The Department of Health will work with the school district to determine whether school or classroom closures are needed. Request from the student list of every student and staff member outside of the classroom or school transportation with whom they have been in close contact within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes. The list must be securely maintained. After the Department of Health has finished the contact tracing investigation, the Department of Health will notify parents, guardians of students or staff identified as exposed to a confirmed case of COVID-19 in the school. The Department of Health will provide the principal with a list of the exposed students and school staff with the returning day to school. The names of exposed students must not be revealed as prohibited by FERPA. Students identified in 5C shall be sent home for up to 14 days to self-isolate and return to school per the date on the Department of Health letter. If the student or staff member after exposure develops symptoms, he or she should not remain home and be tested of COVID-19. If the test is positive, the individual should remain self-isolated at least 10 days and symptoms-free, including no fever in the previous 24 hours. If the individual test is negative, he or she should still self-isolate for 14 days from the last contact with a confirmed case as per the Department of Health. The consequences for students' non-compliance. Any student choosing not to adhere to the district policy regarding the wearing of facial covering or any other aspects of this policy will have consequences as outlined in the Student Code of Conduct and may be assigned to distance learning. No students will be discriminated against on the basis of disability. The duration is the superintendent may suspend, revoke, rescind portions of this policy based on the updates available information from the CDC, state or local authorities regarding COVID-19 cases. The rules and regulations of operations for elementary, middle, and high school students. We have public schools because American citizens believe that every person has the right to an education. Florida has laws to make sure that children can and do attend school. In Florida, children between the age of 6 and 16 must attend school. Local counties must provide free public schools for them to attend. Those schools must provide a safe, friendly, and business-like place to learn. This handbook addresses different rights and responsibilities of students in our schools. These rules and regulations apply whenever a student is participating in a school function or school-related activity, including distance learning. Rules about those rights and responsibility are also included. Whenever student responsibilities are described, it is understood that parents jointly share those responsibilities with their children. In almost every section, this handbook numbers uppers in parentheses. These numbers are Florida statutes. The Florida statutes number, school board policies, and the policy number, Florida Administrative Code, roll number, or State Board of Education rules. Through the handbook, when the word parents is used, it means either or both parents of a student, any guardian of a student, any person in a parental relationship to a student, or any person exercising supervisory authority over a student in place of the parent. The district students progression plans, or SPPEs, are available at your school for our review. The SPPEs is at in the website at the school at palmbeachschool.org. Students progression plan describe the school district's strategy for student progression from the time of entry into the district until graduation, and many of its provisions are based on federal and federal law and state board of education rules. The plans are used to set student performance standards in relation to student promotion, retention, and remediation. Also included in the SPPEs are district entry and attendance requirements, educational programs, descriptions, guidelines for assessing and reporting students' progress, and requirements for graduation. So you can find valuable information on district's website at www.palmbeachschools.org. In addition, the following website provide important school information. The Student Code of Conduct, it's in www.palmbeachschool.org/students parents student code of conduct. On the district portal, on the students portal account, they will have a SIS gateway. The SIS gateway provide parents and students with timely access to individual student schedules, assignments, assessments, reports, attendance, and much more. Parents and students in secondary schools will be able to see real-time grades and assignments. The SIS gateway allows parents and students the ability to easily email teachers through the systems. Students have access to the SIS gateway via the icon available on the district student portal. Parents must register for their SIS gateway account with an activation code provided by the school. Parents are encouraged to contact their school to request SIS gateway assistance. So the students, they have their district account, portal account, that they have to access everything, their education that was on the online learners. The parent and family engagements. School Board Policy 1.015 Parental Involvement creates a collaborative environment in which the parents and the families of our students are welcome and encouraged to be involved, and incorporates the requirements for family engagement under the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. The school board recognizes the vital role parents and family play in the education, the welfare and values of each student. The education of each student is responsibility shared by the school. The students' parents and family members. Furthermore, the school board encourages the active participation by parents of all children to ensure a strong homeschool partnership. This involvement will promote effective parent and family engagement for homeschool practices to meet the educational needs of the children. The school board has high expectations for each school to foster positive family-school partnership to impact and support students' success academically, behaviorally, and socially. In accordance with 1.015 and Florida Statutes 1001.4217D, the following checklists are designed to help families participate in activities that promote the social and academic development of students. Having high expectations of your children and actively participating in this education will increase the likelihood that they will meet and or exceed state standards and will be college and career ready. The academic eligibility for athletics. A high school student must have a 2.0 cumulative grade points average of GPA and 4.0 unweighted scale in the courses required for high school graduation at the conclusion of each semester to be academically eligible to participate in interscholastic athletic program during the next semester. A student who is academically eligible at the beginning of a semester shall be eligible during the remainder of the semester, except for lack of attendance. Improper conduct that violates district and or school rules or other valid reasons which may cause the principal to declare the students ineligible before the end of the semester. Likewise, a student who is academically ineligible at the beginning of a semester will continue to be academically ineligible for the remainder of the semester. A student is limited to 4 consecutive calendar years of eligibility from the date he or she begins ninth grade for the first time. A student who reaches the age of 19 and or after September 1 and who has not exceeded his 4-year limit of eligibility may participate in interscholastic athletics during that school year. So the middle school failure in more than one subject during a given 9 weeks grading period shall cause a student to be ineligible for practice and competition during the following 9 weeks grading period. The student needs a specified GPA of 2.0 as well as appropriate conduct in accordance with district and or school rules as determined by the principal for the previous 9 weeks period. A student shall be eligible for participation for the 3 consecutive years from the time the student first enters the 6th grade. Any student who has attained the age of 15 prior to September 1 of this current school year may submit a hardship waiver to the school's athletic director to be considered for participation. Thank you very much. My name is Dixie Galvez. I am the parents too, but I just share it to all the students and the parents for the uh, student handbook information. Thank you very much and have a great day.